Hello everyone, this is Certified Public Accountant from Istanbul Kota Business Group. I will briefly explain the details about establishing an import-export company in Turkey, how to establish an import-export company in Turkey, what are the costs of on import-export company, what permits are required to import-export. I will explain the answers to this and similar questions. I will explain the steps to be taken to establish and import-export company step by step. Let's start. Step 1. Determine and agree an expert team for company establishment services. Determine a team experienced in company establishment in Turkey. Make an agreement for the establishment of the company and the monthly accounting process afterwards. This is the most important step. An expert team will establish your company on a sound basis. They will direct you correctly and guide you in financial process. Step 2. Determine your workplace address. A workplace address is required to establish a company in Turkey. If you are going to operate in a workplace, you should rent the workplace. If you don't need a workplace, you can rent a virtual office at affordable cost. Using a virtual office is legal in Turkey. Step 3. Establish your company. The most suitable type of company for import-export in Turkey is the limited company. The establishment cost of a limited company is around 550 USD dollar on average. All establishment expenses are included in this cost. To establish a limited company, it is sufficient to come to our office with your passport. Our team prepares all the necessary documents. If you wish, we also provide a virtual office address. We prepare your company within on average of 3 or 4 business days. Step 4. Open a bank account for company. After you have established your company, you can open a bank account for your company. We also recommend that you obtain a Turkish phone number for banking transactions and company sale invoices approval. All documents required for opening bank account are prepared by our team. Step 5. Determine and agree an expert team for import-export custom services. Custom consultancy companies are authorized to carry out customs procedures in Turkey. After establishing your company, you should determine a good custom consultancy company. You should give a power of attorney for custom procedures. The custom consultancy company will complete all custom procedures related to import or export. After the company is established, we can recommend a few good custom consultancy companies that we know in case of need. Step 6. Start the import-export process. After these stages, your company will be ready. You can buy or sell goods. You can import or export. These stages are generally sufficient for importing and exporting from Turkey. However, some additional permits and licenses may be required depending on the products to be imported or exported. For example, ministry permits must be obtained separately for products such as health products, medicines, firearms. As another example, laboratory tests and ministry permits may be required in foreign trade transactions of food products. At this stage, the custom consulted company will notify the current customs laws within the scope of the products. The custom consultant will follow the procedures regarding the necessary permits and licenses. In summary, to establish an import-export company in Turkey, you should come with your passport, including renting a virtual office. Import-export company formation cost will be around 600 USD dollar. The company establishment process is completed in an average of 3 or 4 business days. If you are going to open a bank account after establishing a company, we recommend that you plan at least 6 or 7 business days, because banking transactions can take a few days. Afterwards, all accounting and legal transactions of the company are followed by us with a power of attorney. What are the documents to open bank account for the import-export company in Turkey? Signature circular of manager, tax certificate of company, Chamber of Commerce registry document of company, trade registry gazete, company stamped, passport translation of founder, personal tax number founder. We are preparing these documents after company established. If you want to establish an import-export company in Turkey, contact us. We are preparing a detailed cost table specific to your business free of charge. We are preparing all documents. We are establishing your company as Turkey in 3 or 4 business day. Have a good day. Regards.